Tank Davis showed why he should be, if he's not considered one of the best top 3, top 5 pound-for-pound fighters. I thought I put on a masterful performance. When he finished Frank Martin, he had Frank Martin on the ropes, had him hurt, mixed up the punches. I mean, I thought Frank Martin would have done something differently when he had him on the ropes there and come back. It looked like Tank took him out of his fight plan a little bit and out of character for the way Frank Martin normally fights. But Tank made him look ordinary, and not many people have been able to come close to doing that to Frank Martin. But I don't know. I think Tank Davis's stock goes up after this fight. But more importantly, what did you think?
Tank Davis's stock was already up. It was already up. It didn't have to go up more from this fight for me. I was one of the first guys to say 3 years ago, 4 years ago, whatever the hell it was, that this guy is a lot more than people realize he is. Not just a good puncher. He's a hell of a fighter. He's a hell of a complete fighter. He's a pound-for-pounder. I got him number 4 pound-for-pound. That's only because there's 3 very special guys that are right there. A little bit ahead of him. Guys named Usyk and Crawford and Inoue. But I got Tank Davis right at that doorstep. He's a physically stronger version, a more aggressive version when he needs to be, of Frank Martin. His power would be the difference. With all those other things, though. Not by itself. Then it wouldn't be the difference. You had 2 southpaws in there. Interesting fight. Both, as I said, really good at what they do. They know their trade. But Tank Davis takes it to another level. And he does it with strength. He does it with power. He does it with explosiveness. That's the word. Not just power. He's explosive. He's quick. He closes a gap with his feet quick. He gets to you quick. His hands are obviously fast. His power is explosive. Davis was everything I thought he was. He was patient early on. He lost the first few rounds. He lost the first 3 rounds, and then he won the 4th. I think the 4th round for me was the first round that he won, and then he started doing his thing. And Martin, to his credit, he hung in there. He had another good round before it started going really downwards, before it really started going sideways. Martin had another good round after that round that Davis came on really good in the 4th. But it was inevitable. It's like watching a movie. You kind of knew, at least I did, what the ending was going to be. He was applying pressure. He knew that a pressure would pay off for him. He knew it would get him closer. It would slow down Martin a little bit. He started applying body shots. He knew that would slow him down. He knew that would get Martin to do what he needed him to do. Cooperate with him. Stay in a corner. Stay near the ropes. Stand still just long enough to explode on him. And it worked. And the whole thing was beautiful. Yeah, he lost the first 3 rounds. But that was part of the plan, too. He understood that. I thought he could have used his jab maybe a little bit more early on, maybe to the chest of Martin to keep some of that pot shotting, keep some of that quick hands of Martin at bay, keep some of the quick punches, the outside punches, the counter punches of Martin from pot shotting him, keep that a little bit more at bay. But he knew what he was doing. He got the results. No accident. He got the results that he wanted. He finally, he closed in, going to the head and body. He puts punches together in an educated way. Real good technique, obviously. Short, hard, snappy punches. He picks his spots. He knows how to hit you in spots. Martin counted in spots, too. No doubt about it. But it was just a matter of time. 3rd round, Martin was controlling outside. Davis was closing distance a little better, placing good, smart punches to the body and the head, trying to trap Martin near the ropes. But Martin counted well in spots. Martin stole the round in the 3rd with spurts and jab and took that round. But the 4th round, Martin was obviously understanding he had to make his living on the outside, moving and jabbing, tying him up in close. But Davis is so explosive, quick hands with power. Martin was placing some shots to the body and the head. Was doing his best. But at the end of the day, Davis started placing his shots to the body and the head. And he places them accurately. Yeah. The plan for Martin from the beginning was legs and jab and spurts, spots on the outside, quick punches. While Davis, the plan was obvious too to me. Place shots, apply pressure, gradually wear him down. I said in the 5th round, I said Davis needs to jab on his way in the 5th round. Close. Martin might have stolen a round in the 5th by moving and jabbing in spots while Tank was looking for that one clean shot. 6th round was big round for Davis. Defense was really saving Martin. His defense was good. Because obviously he's smart. He's technically, responsible with his defense. He's not easy to hit. That's why you had to do it the way Davis did it. 6th round to Davis, he pressed. He got closer. As I made a note to myself, Davis so good at placing well-timed shots. Well-timed. Big 7th round for Tank. Got close, picking nice spots to, put them together. It was all Davis. He throws such crisp, short punches, smart, educated combos. Like I said before, I'm just reading my notes. And then, of course, it all came to an end for him in the 8th round. He closed his show. And the way he closed his show, and again, he did it by plan, by design. Even those rounds that he lost, that was all part of what was going to get him to the 8th round, applying that pressure. The 8th round, the way he finished, again, brilliant. Not just a good puncher, brilliant, great fighter. He throws the right hook to blind him, and then the left uppercut. The right hook sets it up, throwaway punch, nice throwaway punch, just to distract him, and then the left uppercut, bang, doesn't see it, hurts him. And then, of course, when he's hurt, he knows how to finish. Straight left hand, as Martin was helpless at that point, and it was all over.
Be interesting to see what's next for Tank.
I want to see Tank Davis against Shakur Stevenson. I would like to see that. I would have loved to see Lomachenko and him some years ago, but not now. Yep. Not now. Lomachenko, in all fairness, great fighter. One of the great fighters of our time. Come on, let's give him his dues, please.
My suspicion is that's who he gets next, though. Because of that.
I get it. But for me, I want to see when both guys are prime, not one guy. And Lomachenko, for him it was a few years ago, not now. Now, I'd like to see, could Shakur Stevenson do his thing? Control and range. You come in 6 inches, he goes back 8.5, and he counters, and he controls space in that ring. And, he's a ghost. He's a ghost in that ring. He fights that style. He's that pitcher I talk about on the baseball diamond that disarms you, that takes the bat out of your hands, that hits corners, mixes up the speeds, just doesn't allow you, keeps you off balance, doesn't allow you to get a good swing at him. Could he do that with Tank Davis, who's patient, who's deliberate, who knows how to hunt you down, who knows how to shrink a ring, who knows how to properly apply pressure without leaving himself wide open, who knows how to use a jab to get it, who knows how to go to the body to take some of the legs away, take some of the air out of the tires. That's the fight I would like to see, for me, but that's me.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think that Tank's in the driver's seat now, much like Canelo, and I think I wouldn't be surprised if he calls for Loma next, given all the reasons you just outlined. But the good news is Shakur's young, Tank is very young. Neither of them are going anywhere. I think it's inevitable that those two match up. And, it's interesting. Floyd posted, as him and Tank are publicly beefing, he posted a long video of Devin Haney and Tank sparring. And Tank clearly ran out of gas, and Devin was jumping all over him late in the sparring session. But posting that kind of stuff is never good. It doesn't tell the whole story. I mean, Tank could have been first day back in camp. Devin could have been a week out from a big fight. Who knows? But that's another fight that would be interesting if they could get together on the weight, as Devin Haney and Shakur or Tank. But I think we get Loma next. I wouldn't be surprised.